right, so video to help you with your writing. If you look at your writing cover sheet, it's, you're going to, on day one, you started your 3-minute write, and you did your minute of thinking, and then you did your 3-minute write. And today you're going to actually start on writing to where you're going to end up with a couple paragraphs for your final draft. So writing day 2, this is your circle map video, and it says, using the circle map provided, add thoughts and ideas to your circle map about what you would like to be when you grow up. So the reason why we use a circle map is to get your ideas together. You'll have an easier time writing if you'll take time to do your planning and your brainstorming up front, okay? And so what we do when we do a circle map, and I included you one in there this week so you know how to do it, and sometimes I may continue to include them. Sometimes you may be asked to draw them on your own, which is simple. You just draw a large circle, and then in the center, you draw a smaller circle. And in the very middle, this is where you put your topic. Whatever the prompt is or the topic, if it was informational text, you'd put your topic here too. And so this one has a prompt for you. So it says, what I want to be when I grow up. So what you do with this, you don't have to write complete sentences. You don't even have to write sentences on a circle map. You're just going to put down your ideas. Okay, you want it, when we say brainstorming, it's like there's a storm in your head. That's why it's called brainstorming. Your brain is just firing off all different ideas all at once, and you just want to write them down when you think of them. And so we don't want to forget what we wrote, and so we don't worry about putting complete sentences on our brainstorming. Okay, what I want to be when I grow up. All right, and I'm going to actually use something. When I was growing up, I did always want to be a teacher. That was just something that, from when I was a kid, I would play teacher a lot, and it just stuck with me, and I knew what I wanted to be when I grew up. But there's also something now, when I grow up even more, that I would like to become one day. And it may come true one day, it may not, who knows. But I've always enjoyed cooking and things like that. And so what I want to be when I grow up, I would love to become a chef. Okay, and so I'm going to just kind of add that in my middle here, that I want to be a chef. So I am going to write chef in the middle of my circle. Obviously, you're going to put whatever you want to be in the middle of your circle. Okay, you might want to be a football player. You might want to be a police officer, a doctor, a nurse, a dentist, a pilot, whatever. You're going to put what you want to be when you grow up. Okay, when you put your ideas around your circle map, you want to include things. Yes, I want to make sure I'm talking about what I want to be, which I told a chef, but you want to include, why do you want to be a chef? Why is that an interesting job to you? What makes it look fun? What kinds of things would you be doing if you were doing that job? And so I'm going to take a minute and just kind of show you some things that I would put on my circle map about why I want to be a chef. First of all, the number one reason probably why I want to be a chef, I love cooking. That is one of my things that I like when I'm at home. And, when you don't have housework or schoolwork or whatever to be working on, I love to be cooking. Okay. I have always enjoyed cooking. And I always, one reason why I think I would like to be a chef is when I'm at home, I love to watch a lot of Food Network and cooking channel shows. And so I'm always watching to learn more. One reason why I don't want to be a chef is because I love looking and reading through recipes and things like that. I think it would be fun to work in a restaurant setting. Okay. And I don't want to be in just some simpler restaurant. I want to be in a fine dining restaurant. Actually, I'm going to add that. Okay. But I would like to be in a fine dining restaurant. I think it would be fun to be a chef because I could create new dishes. When I'm watching, at home watching Food Network and going through recipes, I'm always thinking about things that I could create and come up with new dishes and things that I could make. I would, let's see, what I want to be when I grow up. I think it would be fun because I could be in control of the kitchen. I would be the one telling them what to do, what to make. And so I would be the one that would be in control of the kitchen. If I was a chef, I would have to work long hours in a day. I would have to wear an apron, and you would have to wear a chef's hat. I would have to know how to use the kitchen equipment, obviously. You know how to use the stoves and the blenders and everything that you would be using in the kitchen. And see, notice that I'm doing this as I'm making the video. I did not come up with this ahead of time. I just come up with this idea as I'm sitting here with you on the video to show you what it really means to brainstorm. And you notice I'm saying, you know, and I'm coming up with ideas right now as I'm showing this to you. And so you're going to do the same thing. You're going to put what you want to be in the middle, and then you're just going to start letting things pop off out of your head and adding them to your map. Okay. And what you're going to do with this circle map, the reason why we're doing this is if you gather your ideas today, then tomorrow when you actually start writing your paragraphs, it's going to be easier for you to write, and you're not just going to have to sit there trying to come up with ideas while you're trying to write at the same time. Okay. So use your circle map, put in the middle what you want to be, and then there's no limit of how many things you can put in there. But I will say the more you put in there, the better your writing will be because you'll have more content to add to your writing.